Encourage your women to motivate you through whatever you've been going through. We can talk about it. We ain't passing no judgment. Don't be ashamed. It's all the same. Stay in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your real life looks like. Okay, see it. Stay in your lane. Come out the dark and don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation on what we face every day. Tune into your lane talk show. It makes us feel good just to know we're not alone. No more will we feel isolated and cast aside. I want you to come out the dark. Just don't be afraid of your heart. So don't be ashamed. It's all the same thing in your lane. Your lane. It's whatever your real life looks like. Stay in your lane. Come out the dark and don't be ashamed. Your lane. Let's have a conversation on what we face every day. Your lane talk show with Coach Hannah.
Hello, and welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in today with me, Trish Hannah, on Your Lane Talk Show. This is our final day in the series of parenting, and today's episode 5 of Your Lane. We will be discussing the various types of digestive issues among children, healthy and unhealthy foods that we should and should not be giving them. And we are also going to hear from a child as she discusses her journey with Crohn's disease along with her mother. All right, so feel free to call in at any point of today's discussion in today's show, and you can talk about perhaps what you've experienced or what your child has experienced, or you can ask a question, because we're going to also have a doctor in, a pediatric gastroenterologist who will be on, and this is your time and your opportunity to ask questions there as well. So today's show is brought to you by Listerine, distributed by Lowe's Wholesale, Airborne Freight and Cargo Services, Calico Bay, where the cool kids shop, Celestial Treats, John's Shoe Store and Accessories, National Workers Cooperative Credit Union, Family Medicine Center, Miniso, Bahamas, and Cloud 10 Summer Camp Program. About Cloud 10 Summer Camp Program, why am I stumbling so early in my show? It's too early for this, man. I had nothing to drink. I only had water. Calling all high school students, I don't drink, by the way. Learn how to build a website and start your business with Cloud 10's Web Development Summer Camp. Classes will be for 1 hour every Monday and Wednesday at 4 p.m. starting June 6th until July 27th. Secure your spot for only $25. Sign up today at cloud10tc.com. My predictions of emotions today for this episode are 80% serious aha moments, 20% laughter, only because there's a guest on the show that I think is going to make me laugh once or twice, and 0% teardrops. I don't think anyone is going to cry today, and if they do, it will probably be me. You can view us on Facebook, Your Lane Coaching's page, Your Lane Life Coaching's page, or Star 106 FM's page, or you can listen to us on channel 976 on cable. I have with me in studio Crystal Maycock and Ivana McKenzie. Welcome, ladies. How are you?
Fine, thank you, and thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Ivana, how are you, baby?
I'm good.
I am good. Confident. I love it. I love it. Bring the energy. We're going to go straight into it. Crystal, I heard a little bit, you didn't tell me everything, but I heard a little bit of your story, your journey concerning your daughter, Ivana, your only child.
Yes.
And, I had to bring you on because even though our kids have different issues per se, but there were still similar things that we had. And I'm sure that there are so many other women out there, other mothers out there, who would have experienced the same things that we discussed pertaining to our children and the various issues they have with their digestive system. Tell me about the experience that you've had pertaining to Ivana. What is it that she was, what was her challenge and how did you deal with it?
Okay, thank you, Trishawn, once again. And I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you.
But yes, it was a journey and only God, Trishawn. When I say only God, it was only God who brought us through. From May 2019, when she got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, it was both in her small and large intestine with abscess. So it was a difference where we saw a change in her weight, where we saw she had chronic pains. We saw her height wasn't improving, nothing was growing because she was getting all of these challenges. And so we know something was wrong. And so that's when I decided to take her to our local doctor over here. I went to a few, but one of the many doctors, and I thank God for him to this day, is Dr. Marcus Eugene Cooper, a gastrologist here. And he referred us to a doctor in the States. We first went to University of Miami Hospital. That's where she actually got diagnosed. But they recommended a couple of medicines for her, Humira, Remigade. Couple of them didn't work. I mean, we prayed and we asked God, how are we going to get through this? And he was working. It was working it out, right? And
So
then
for those, let me stop you for a second. What is Crohn's disease?
So Crohn's disease is inflammation of the digestive system, where you are not able to pass properly, where you cannot go regularly. So it's a problem where you're having pain and you can't sometimes even explain because you don't know what it is. We were like, okay, what is going on? We just thought she was just complaining because it's cramp and something, you have gas or something like that, but we didn't know what it was, right? And so I just want to encourage parents, don't take anything for light because you do not know what your child is going through. You do not know what they're feeling. But you have to be in their shoes, literally in their shoes. When they say they're feeling something, you want to go and act. Yes, act upon it because you do not know. And you don't want to find out too late because she was feeling this for a couple months. And then I decided to take her because I was like, ain't nothing wrong with you, girl. Go drink some hot water. Exactly. Go drink some tea. Ronnie, what all I used to tell you, I used to be like, go pray and go to your bed. I used to be all kind of things I used to say, and then I said, you know what, this is going on too long. And let me tell you one thing to her doctor here, Dr. Percival McNeil. He knew something was wrong. And he was like, Crystal, you have to get this checked out. You have to go and seek help. And he referred us to a couple doctors. But Dr. Cooper was the main one who said, you know what, we have to seek help abroad. And that's how we got to this point now. And just recently, it was years from 2019 to 2020, even during COVID, we was dealing with it. But last year, we went to a child specialist hospital, children's special hospital in St. Nicholas Hospital in Miami, Florida. Excellent. Let me tell you, from the moment we step our foot in that door, top service. Dr. Krim, she specialized with Crohn's disease and that kind of stuff. They did a whole procedure on her where now she probably could tell you more of a story or whatever, but she had the whole procedure. She had to get it because her I don't want to say her Crohn's disease was so far. I don't want to say illness or anything like that. It was so far that it reached a point where she had to go and we had to go inside the body to operate. Right. But Ivana, let me tell you, those doctors from the nurses, Vani is a trooper. Everyone say only God. This girl is a survivor. When I say she could go through anything, she's my strength.
Yeah. That's okay. Oh boy. Don't. That's okay. And crying is contagious because I can start too. Okay.
No, but I didn't even know I was going to cry. That's but honestly, while I reflect on it now, I can really say that Ivana was so strong. Yeah. Sitting in the bed because we stayed in St. Nicholas Hospital for like 2 weeks or more. 3 weeks. And believe it, she took that so good. And now she wears a bag. She have to wear a bag to actually let out fluid and let out stool or whatever. But listen, Ivana, she's a strength, honestly. And it only could have been God who brought us through this whole time.
Wow.
Whole time. It was a process though.
Tell me about let me tell you some of the stuff first, and then because these were some of the things that we share. My child, one of my daughters, she had issues, chronic constipation since she was about 2 years old. And just like you, when she used to talk about, I don't want to use the bathroom, I'd be like, you gotta stop being so lazy and
Mhm.
go use the bathroom and what's going on
Yes.
with you? And I would
Yes.
meet her in the corners, twisting her legs so that she won't go.
Wow.
This is something that she's been doing. She was doing that from the age of 2 straight up to, I would even say, less than 2 years ago, just to prevent herself from using the bathroom because of the feeling that she
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
And her situation, man, we would be off the island, we'd be traveling, have a nice vacation, eating our food in the middle of nowhere, and then in the middle of nowhere, she would just start twisting. So I have to
Mhm.
stop whatever I'm doing to try to take her there.
Right.
And then what I
Right.
used to do is try to hold her down on the toilet so that she can force herself to get something out. Other than that, she would not do it. She would cry. We would fight.
Wow.
And this girl from 2 was strong from then. So you
Mm.
know what it is. But for me, and then of course, I mean, even with, you know, I'm trying not to throw any of the doctors that we've had under the bus per se,
Right.
but in their situations, they were like, oh well, just take her off of the milk, the dairy, it's the dairy, and give her some Marilax, and
Mm.
she'll be
Mm.
fine. They
Mm.
just brushed
Yes.
it off.
Yes.
So, when I was using the Marilax, based on them, telling me how much to do and what not to do, whatever have you, what it was doing was it was causing more of a problem
Yes. Then a
than
cure.
anything else.
Yes. Yes.
Because what was happening, and I trying to find a way to use the terms correctly, but whenever she would want to pass gas, instead of passing gas, something else comes out, and
Happens.
she wasn't feeling it.
Mm.
Okay,
So she
because the
didn't know
Malax had
when.
it so soft,
Yeah.
and so here it is. Like when Jesus, in play. And she
Mm-hmm.
playing around and she with her friends and stuff like that. And then I would smell her and I'd be like, oh my God, what's
What
happening?
happened? Yeah.
And she said,
Yeah.
Mommy, I didn't feel anything. And
Just came
it
out.
was man, and now I can start crying. But in my situation, I didn't know what the problem was either.
Right.
I didn't
Right.
know there was a thing.
Mm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
the thing is called Encopresis. And in
Mm.
my situation, I had to go research on my own because everybody else was thinking, well, not everybody else, the doctors who I went to was thinking, oh, okay, that's fine. She'll be fine. So,
Right.
I mean, what about you? Because my own was spent throwing away underwear. And to the point my mom was like, well, Jesus, Trishon, if you throw away everything, you'll be spending money. Blah, blah, blah. So I had to, because I young, you
Mm-hmm.
know how we go, not
We
to
about
say
to
it
go
like that.
buy anything.
Okay. All right. And so it came to a point as a young mother that I had to start washing them out for her
Mm.
because she was having accidents.
Right.
And it was no intent of her. I mean, she wasn't intentionally doing it. It's just that the feeling that she had, and with the medication, well, not medication, the Marilax that she was using was not allowing her to feel anything.
Wow.
And that's a part of it, actually. I mean, a whole group helped my child as Encopresis as a whole
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group
Wow.
there for women, all international women, 6,000 or plus more
Wow.
women who experience the same thing with their children.
Wow.
It's a thing. What about you and your situations?
Well, with us, I remember the time when Fanny used Miralax, but it didn't have. To me, it's just like a cleaning out. But Ivana wasn't able to do anything. None of that. Nothing was
Wow,
coming
it
out.
wasn't working.
No, it wasn't working. So we knew something was wrong. We didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
but there was. I don't want to say no one was here to say what was it,
Right.
what was wrong,
Right.
and so we had to seek international help. And so the struggle, just going through that whole process, back and forth, trying to figure out, okay, this doctor saying we don't know what's going on, this
Right.
doctor don't know. They did a colonoscopy, they did an endonoscopy, we did all kind of oscopies. I don't know,
Oscopies.
yes, but they couldn't tell us exactly what it was.
Right.
But then, like,
Cool.
also, my antibodies were all off from medication.
Everything was fighting against
Oh
her.
no.
Yeah, everything was fighting against it. So we didn't know what to do, where to go, who to seek. Only God brought us through that whole thing.
Savannah, thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing it. Let me hear from you. Tell me about your experience.
Um. Okay, let's go from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So during that, I remember one night I was studying with like my aunt. And then I had to use the bathroom like really, really bad. But then I came out. When I came out the bathroom, nothing came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and said, "Oh, my stomach hurts and my hip hurts, and I can't use the bathroom." She was just like, oh, then well, it's nothing. Just go finish study. The same with mommy would say the same thing. And I remember one time I was on the bathroom, and like it was like during the Marilax, and it was like not working. So my aunt had to bring me like a bottle of water on the toilet and just said drink it and see if anything comes out.
I used to do that. That didn't work. Did it work for you?
No, it didn't.
Uh-huh.
And then during like going away, like just last year we thought we was just going for a checkup. And then finds out we in the hospital and didn't know when we was gonna come out. It was like I was just looking at blank walls.
Yeah.
And it was like ugh. And during the time COVID was around, so they didn't have like all like the other things. Like they had like pet therapy and like the other things like
Things
they
that you
had.
could have
Mhm.
utilized, but they didn't have it available.
They
because
did.
of COVID.
Yes,
I understand.
so it was just like looking at a blank wall, eating You couldn't. Some days I couldn't even eat.
Hmm.
So
Was
it was
it
like
because you felt full already?
mm-mm.
What was the reason why you couldn't?
Either I was going into surgery, come out of
Cleaning out.
surgery,
Mhm.
had to clean out.
Yeah. Wow. So I mean, so how does it feel for you? How old are you now?
12.
You're 12, and your mom said that you, if it's okay for me to say this,
Go
that you're
ahead.
using a bag now. So there are certain things that you can do and certain things you can't do.
I could still do all the normal things I used to do.
Well, you look normal and you look healthy, and ain't nobody need to know. You know what I mean? So, how does it make you feel in this particular situation?
Like
Like how does it feel for you to have
An
going
ostomy
through
bag.
this? Yeah.
Oh.
And your friends, you know.
some days it's like, oh, I wish I could like didn't have it because during swimming, we still didn't figure that out yet.
Right.
How to like swim with it. But everything else normal. Like I rather it more than pooping because it don't hurt.
Oh,
You don't even feel it.
it's better for you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're okay with it now. Like it was never an issue where you feel like, um, I really don't want this. Can you take it off of me?
Oh, I remember saying that. In the hospital because like so much gas, like you can't pump from like let me fart. You can't like pass gas. So you
Oh,
hit.
I'm gonna have my guest saying pump today before the end of the show. She's gonna say pump. My doctor, because I don't think she knows that. Girl.
No, I don't
That's
think
okay,
so.
honey. When I was growing up, that's the word I used. I didn't know it was flatulence until I was in high school or somewhere. Go ahead.
And then what was I? I'm confused.
Something about you not.
Oh. So then I had to use I had to go through it through the bag. So they would always tell me, "Oh, you have to walk to actually like get out all
Get it
the
out.
air."
Right. So I
that
think she
was
had to
in.
get used to it.
So I was like, I just
Mhm.
want to take this off. It
Yeah.
hurts.
Mhm.
It's uncomfortable.
But now she's a professional.
Okay.
Listen, I don't do anything.
She
Trishawn,
does
when I say
everything.
I don't do anything,
Mhm.
mishandle it all, like everything. From the bag, the tape on the
clean up.
belly to the bag, to the clean out, because we have to change it every day
Yeah.
and make sure it's clean and everything like that. Because
Not
I am
every
very
day.
every other day,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
most of the times sometimes every day. But yeah, it's a process.
So, okay, so we haven't discovered how to swim with it yet, but you can do other things. What are some other things that you're doing? Any sports?
Dance.
Mhm.
Dance I really like.
Mhm.
Never was a big like running sun person.
Mhm. Girl,
Before.
me either. We don't do the sun. We got to keep our little complexion, okay?
So
Alright.
swimming was the biggest thing for me because
Yeah.
I was like a competitive swimmer.
Oh.
So it
Girl,
was like
we gonna find a way for you to start swimming. You
They
use what
have
you
the
got to
items.
swim
They
in.
have the
do?
items. Yeah, I bought them, but we're still
Sometimes it
working
still
on
gets
it.
wet.
Yeah.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
I can help. I don't know how, but I can help trying to make sure you get back in that. Because if you were a competitive swimmer, that means you're capable of doing any and everything. You could swim
Yeah.
for nationals.
And that's a good point too. Her swimming coach, they notice her time drop as well. So your performance and everything else, when you have Crohn's and any other digestive issues,
It
you could
does.
tell it prevents
plays
you,
yeah,
from
'cause
performing.
Even with my
Yeah.
daughter, she I don't know, like she goes on mood swings, like terrible mood. She starts crying for
Yes.
any and every little thing.
Yes, and
And then she goes very slow when she does
and
things.
believe
She
when
even
we was
walks
in the
funny.
hospital, yes, they walk funny and all. But even in the hospital, they had everything. St. Nicholas Hospital, they had the therapist, they had um
musical therapy.
music therapy to come and talk to her because they go through everything. They go through anxiety, they go through depression during this time. It's a lot that they deal with, and we don't understand
No.
it. So it's best that they talk to somebody and
Of
they
course.
express themselves because they can't tell us all and they won't tell us all.
No.
So it's better because listen, when she talking to the doctors, I be like, oh, interesting. Oh, this really happened. Oh, wow.
Wow.
But when they talking to a therapist and someone who they do not know who's listening to them, they speak more. They let it make it known what exactly is going on with their feeling.
Yeah, and that's needed.
Yes, yes,
So
yes. People
I would
think
even say with parents, listen,
yes,
get someone.
exactly.
If
People
they
think
don't,
that therapy or anything like that is wrong, or because humans, we don't go off of that, right? You don't go pray and go, yeah,
and go
no,
sleep.
yeah, that's it, and pray to God. God will fix it.
That-
Yes, but sometimes you just need to talk to somebody to
Of
release
course,
it. Yeah, and God, He knows. God has an answers. He knows.
He knows.
Yeah, He knows.
Yeah, and but then he also provided us with therapists and psychologists and
Exactly.
coaches and all these other
Yes.
people that
Yes.
could actually help us go through what we need to go through.
Yes.
So before we go on our first break, I want to talk to you first, Crystal. What can you tell that parent who may be going through, may not be Crohn's disease, it could be Encopresis, it could be all these other digestive, because there are many
Yes.
that we're going to learn about a few of them today. What can you tell parents listening right now who may have kids that may be going through digestive challenges?
Don't take it for granted. I mean, we may brush it on the side or excuse it. Sometimes we may tell our child that, hey, nothing is wrong with you, but go and seek your physician, your child's doctor. Go and find, and if they don't know the answer, seek international help. I mean, stay strong because honestly, something is going. If there's mention in it, there something is going on. So you don't want to take it where you reach to a point where it's too late. And that's the sad part about it. We sometimes wait too late. Yeah, when
That's
it's
us.
too far gone, we procrastinate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, parents, don't wait.
And Ivana, what about you? Anything you want to tell a child who may be going through the same thing?
Never give up, I guess. Keep going and then look forward, because that's what I would do. I would say soon this could all be over, then I could go back home and everything could be semi back to normal, hopefully. So yeah, that's
Don't give up. Don't tell your kids don't give up. Ivana said don't give up. She's so intelligent. She's so brave. I love the fact that you were able to speak on something like this, and I won't be surprised if you become some advocate or something to help with children, or who may be going through Crohn's disease or going through other digestive challenges, to try to encourage them to keep on going and to move forward. And it's another thing that I've noticed, that we need a pediatric gastroenterologist here in the country.
Yes, we do. It's
I
needed.
have done my research. I
Yes.
have not found any. So please, don't
If
take
you
offense,
know.
doctors. If you notice that I have an international guest that will be coming, that's because we don't have any. All right. So that's a good idea. Maybe that's something that you may want to do in the future. I don't know. Who knows? But
And
thank
she
you
like
so
medicine.
much for coming, Crystal and Ivana. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
sharing
much
your
for having
story.
us.
You were so great today. We're going to our first break.
This girl's a fool.
Okay, so we good with that.
Okay.
So brave.
What is this? Mommy, you still watching
Good
the
job,
conversation
Fanny.
window? But you stop being nosy.
I go first right now.
It was St. Nicholas Hospital.
What you doing here?
What is the hospital name? Nicholas.
Nicholas Hospital.
The doctor, but she's coming in. Let me tell her to sign in now.
So good. Plus, as you already see, While looking through your dirty window, I noticed down on no line and all the paperwork was done for me, plus my items delivered straight there.
Look at all this scratching. Put on again.
Anything else you
You
wanted
touched
to
your
say?
bed. You was shopping boots like a good. Anything else you want to say? I just
No,
really
you want
wanted
to
to
say
focus
anything?
on your
Okay,
experience.
experience. Okay. Yeah. Now you want to say when I want to do so come?
Frustrated about the services of some of these shipping companies?
Yeah, because that's you, not me.
No drama there. If you need items to be collected in Florida, or you don't have a credit card, or if you need them to ship your
Can we
items
still get
directly
Kentucky?
to you, or deliver them
No.
directly to you,
No,
give
nobody
them
wants
a call.
born pizza.
Airborne Freight and Cargo Services,
Mhm.
377-0450, or visit their Facebook page at Ship Airborne.
Yeah.
Calico
Thanks.
Bay Children's Clothing
Sit down,
and
Nancy.
Accessories Boutique was found with the whole child in mind.
That's
The team
fine,
there
honey.
believes
You can
if the
stop.
child looks good, he or she will feel good. Step into Calico Bay and be transported to a whole new dimension of children's attire. They're located at number 84 Christie Avenue, Stapleton Gardens.
Okay.
Their boutique hours are 10 a.m. to 6
Yeah,
p.m.
I told her to log in at 6:30, so we have 5 more minutes. So I'll improvise.
Driving around with your prescription when you're sick is a hassle. At Family Medicine Center, we have a convenient
Turn this on. Let me see if I miss anything.
and provide expert advice. There's also a full-service retail
This
store
could also
for
help me.
over-the-counter drugs and much more. We're located at the Remington Center building, Lake
This could
Road.
also help me and get my diet
Check
fixed.
us out on Facebook.
Oh, you could talk about your diet, like what you have to take and what you.
I want to choose the diet. Let's make it.
She's saying no.
You're listening to
I'm going
with Coach Trish.
Some things that you need.
You can
But it's
mention it.
different for like everybody.
Welcome back. Once again, we have with us in studio Ivana and Crystal. And one of the questions that I wanted to ask, in fact, they actually suggested it, is what is it that, what type of diet do you have to be on with this challenge? Is it just strictly vegetables and fruits? And are you able, as a child, still have a little bit of pizza once in a while? A little bit of popcorn once in a while. How is the diet?
Okay, so when we first came back, we tried it with the drinks.
And Shaw?
Then
Pediasure?
short, she was in the hospital. She had it boost, right?
Okay.
That wasn't working out. So after the doctors saw that, okay,
They
she
say
could have
one meal
right
and then
one meal
boost.
and then boost.
Mhm.
But
Then-
now that she's doing much better, I prepare her meals. We do
Well, the diet was like chicken, brown rice, like other meats like fish and uh, um different vegetables, different types of fruits.
right. So we air fry most of it, and then we make sure the brown rice she gets. And so more like an alkaline diet
Mhm.
we stick to.
But then some diets are different. That was like the
So what happens like in times when she's in school? Do you prepare her lunch and then
Oh yeah,
carry
she
it, or-
she carries a lunch.
like
No cafeteria food.
Listen,
But
one
yeah.
thing about children, they honest.
Yeah.
Okay? You just gotta have to pinch them on the side.
Oh, my sameness.
I stay getting shamed with my children.
But yes, she carry, and to be honest, this rice and chicken is all the little girl eat.
Just give her what she wants.
Yeah.
rice
Once
and
it's not a
chicken.
problem.
hmm
Okay, so so the popsicles are out, ice cream is out.
Oh, ice cream
Dairy
out.
Mhm.
You see, I love my dairy. So I have it once in a blue moon. Sometimes almost every. We don't talk about that.
Mhm.
But popsicles. Once it's like organic, I would say.
Organic
And yeah.
popsicles. So
Mhm.
You can actually make those and then just put them in the freezer. And just,
But then I don't eat popsicles like that no more.
no,
Right, so no sugars, no
no sugar.
right, no dairy. If she have dairy, it you could tell a difference. You could tell in the
Mhm.
stool as well.
Mhm.
So we try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
clean diet, and they gave us a list of what to eat, what not
What
to
not
eat. They recommend
So the grocery shopping is
different,
yes, different.
expensive.
And I was just about to say it sounds very expensive to me.
Yes.
You know, you just can't throw something in the cart and say,
No.
"Hey, y'all eat this for lunch."
No,
You
not at
know?
all. So we have our oat milk, we have almond milk. We basically deal with non-dairy items, and the dairy is a big thing. People
Mhm.
don't realize it, but dairy is a big issue with any disease, bowel digestive
Yeah,
disease. Yeah.
absolutely.
But then the only dairy I used of was like cheese, probably, and ice cream.
Mhm.
Because then I don't like regular milk. It don't
Yeah.
taste
So
that good.
yeah, the almond milk.
So
Yeah. The same thing with my daughter. We are careful of the things that we give her. You know,
Mhm, that's
even with,
important.
the pizza, and they love pizza.
Mm.
You know, and in our situation, it's like I can tell the difference as well. If we go a weekend and say, okay, we'll
Mhm.
give you Friday, just a treat for a treat,
Right,
we'll give you
right.
pizza.
You have to
By
balance
Sunday,
it.
Monday,
Yes.
it's an issue.
Mm.
All right. So what I do from time to time is I give her a little softeners and stuff that she
Okay.
can take,
Mhm.
so that when that time comes, it wouldn't
It
be
really is bad.
much of a big deal. So that is definitely something that we need to look into as far as parents. You know, as parents, we have to be mindful of the food we eat and what we
Give
allow
our
our
children.
children to
Mhm.
consume. And I can't wait to hear about that.
And there are a lot of nutritionists out here who can help
Now
and
with that,
recommend stuff here.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
there are a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Family Medicine Center has a lot
mhm.
as well.
So it's here. That is
Yeah,
here.
so that is
Mhm.
there.
Yes.
Praise the Lord for
Mhm.
that. We're actually going to have someone coming in, not next month, month after next, to talk about nutrition and diet.
Mhm.
And she's going to give her views on what and pertaining to children and adults. What
It's
we
an
should
eye
and shouldn't
opener
eat.
when you go through something, and now it's much better. You feel better, you look better, because I had to join up.
Mhm.
So I had to make sure the air fryer and the this clean and the oils that you use, you making sure that you do it with her. So it's
no
a
more
team
the
effort.
fast food.
No, not like that.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon, like we try not to eat as much, but we try to keep it balanced. Yeah. So she still enjoys herself. She's still living.
Well, like she's still a
Yeah.
child,
Mhm,
you know. There's still
exactly.
things that she would want to
Exactly.
do. She's hanging out, so you still get to hang out with your friends,
Mhm.
and your friends are aware of what your challenges,
And they understand.
and
And
they're
she
acceptable.
wanted to share. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
I think
wanted
I
to.
shared the day after I come out the hospital.
And they, no one said anything. See, that's it. See, they're the type of friends
Mhm.
they
The
hold on
support,
to. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
And as she
One
was
of my
small,
one
she
of
was
my
small
friends
group.
was like, "Oh, you know so much more than me, and I in a higher grade than you." I was like, "Oop."
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, and even with, and I'm saying Encopresis, that's the only thing that I've experienced in my home.
Mhm.
In that situation, it's like you have to have a balance of, okay, you want them to be children, you want them to say, okay, mommy, my friends are at a birthday party, they're eating ice cream.
Mhm. Mhm.
And for me, I have to calculate, okay, when was the last time I gave her ice cream? When's the last time she had pizza? Because if she
Yeah.
had pizza last week, then she can't have ice
Then she
cream
can.
today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it comes with all of that battling.
Yeah.
And then, and there's another thing that I have to do, and this is what, well, there's my last child, for goodness sake. If there's one person who know how to go regular, it's her. She's clockwork. The moment she eats, she gone.
She gone.
But for my first two, it was always an issue with my son. He doesn't have encopresis, but he had an
Okay.
issue with constipation as well.
Okay.
And with him, this I did not know this until because we were giving him Marilax as well for an entire month, and nothing came out.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Everyone thinks Miralax is a
How is
mirror.
it possible to go a whole month without, excreting something or taking something out, having a bowel movement?
Wow.
And it happened, and we
Mhm.
had to take him to the same, I think, one of the persons who you mentioned.
Right.
And it's something that I do not like animals at all.
Mm.
I felt very uncomfortable. Especially saying, although he's a doctor, I know he's a doctor. So please, y'all, don't come for me. I know he's a doctor. I know he's a professional, but it's nothing like when a mother has to see a
Child
male
going through it,
giving their son an animal. I did not like
Mhm.
that at all. I'm being
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
Okay. And why I get shaky around these times. But I was like, this can't happen.
Mm.
I had to do some things. I had to do some praying. I said,
Right.
this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work for me. And even with him, I wouldn't diagnosed, because he was not diagnosed. I wouldn't use the term chronic constipation, but
Okay. Mhm.
from since he was little, it was always an issue with me having. We talk about poop the mostly throughout the entire our house. Our whole day is just talking about
Wow,
poop.
poop.
Who
Mhm.
pooped today? When was the last time you pooped? You didn't poop in 3 days. Come for this off now. You know what I mean? And so that's how it's been, and everything's.
Mhm.
And then they get excited when something comes out. Mommy, I got a big one out today. You know, it's big thing. It's big. Yay! Come, and we celebrate those
Mhm,
things
mhm.
because and that's what I had to do with my daughter, the one with the encopresis. I had to
Right.
celebrate her.
Right.
I have to let her feel that it's okay, when you go. Sometimes the poor toilet, oh gee, we have to wait for Andre to come home so we can try to work some miracles with the toilet. But the guy be like, how is it possible for something this big to come out of you? How is that possible? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're talking about poop today, guys. And so we're just stalling time until our doctor signs in. And so those are some things that I had to deal with, or we had to deal
Yeah,
with as a
it was a
family.
struggle. It's
It
a
was a
struggle,
struggle.
definitely. Those kind of feelings to see a child actually go through the pain that they have, the chronic pain, it's not easy. It's really not easy. But yeah,
She would have stomach aches at school, and they'll call me and be like, oh, she's having issues, she's having a stomach ache. Oh, I just gave her some whatever it is I would have given her. And
mm,
that's probably what it is. It's just her stomach trying to break down everything so that she be able to
able to
go.
go. Yeah.
But it happens. And now I can tell you that she doesn't suffer from that anymore. I wouldn't say suffer, but it's
Amen.
not a challenge
Okay.
anymore. She's
That's
able
good.
to go. And that has happened, and it's just recently happened, like last year or so. I mean, I remember days and nights of crying by the faucet area in our
Mm-hmm.
laundry room
Mm-hmm.
as I'm trying to clean, the
Wow.
underwear and everything. I'm
Yep.
crying. I can't take this
Yeah.
anymore.
It's a
Why
lot.
is it that you know what I mean? I mean, it's petty the way that I was saying it. I was like, well, why me? And then I had to be reminded, why not you? Because it
God
made
don't
me
put
a
more
better
on you than you
person.
could bear. Because
Okay? It
honestly,
made me a
that
better
ain't
mother.
easy seeing it. That ain't easy going
And
through
then your
it.
child going through pain, and then
Yes.
they crying, and there's
Uh-huh.
nothing that
You
you could
can
do
do.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, there was a heat bag that Vani used to put on her stomach as well, which
Mhm.
helped get through it as well. So it's different stuff that you could use. And
I have a confession.
Oh, she has a confession. Now, if
okay.
you do confession, it gotta be loud so we can hear what this confession is. Tell
You
me about
see,
this confession.
during the heat bag, it was I would have to like use the bathroom, but then I would be too scared to use the bathroom. So I would just say my stomach was hurting, so I get the heat bag and didn't have to move.
Ooh. I ain't getting in that.
Oh Lord help her.
I am not
Sorry, Annie
getting.
Canny.
I am not getting in that.
Oh.
So here's what we're gonna do. I want to give away a gas voucher,
Oh nice.
and it's a $20 gas voucher courtesy of Airborne Freight and Cargo Services. If there are any parents out there who may have experienced anything with their children pertaining to any form of digestion issues, just give us a call. Let's hear your story. Let's hear what you've been through. Let's hear what your child has experienced, and let's hear, how are you making it and how you're coping with it. All right. So I'm just throwing that out there. And the numbers to call are 328-8165. Just that one. Don't use any other number. Just a 328-8164 number, producer said. And let's hear from you. 328-8164. Let's hear about your story, your situation, how you made it, what's going on with your child, and maybe some tips that you could share with us as parents
Yes.
who have kids who may be going through the same thing. All right? Good. Now, I want to be able to encourage a mother out there. And I know, first of all, I've been where you are. In my case, I've had a child who suffered from encopresis, as I've stated before. I have cried, thrown away underwear, washed underwear, and cried again.
Mm.
Okay, I was battling between hope and hopelessness time and time again until I let go of hopelessness and clung on to hope.
Mm.
And I want to challenge you to do the same. Whatever issue your child is facing, remain hopeful that breakthrough will come your way. Educate yourself with your child, whatever it is that your child is experiencing. That's important.
Yes.
Okay.
Education is important.
Important
Yeah.
because
Read
I
up on
didn't
it.
know. You have to read up on it. I didn't know what she was going through, and I was spanking her because of it, because I thought it was just her being lazy.
Yep.
I thought it was just her just complaining because she didn't want to do anything. And in actuality, this is actually a thing.
Yes, it's personal
And it's yes.
when it hits you, it's personal now. So you have to educate yourself.
Exactly. And know that it's not their fault that they're going through
No.
what they're going through, and it's not your fault either. Do some research, speak with a pediatrician, and try to find out what methods are best and how you can make their experience as a child as comfortable as possible.
Yes.
And can I push you a little further and suggest that you ask your child, how can you make their experience easier on them? Have you ever asked Ivana that question?
I'm asking Ivana what you need help with. I help a lot.
Did that work for you, Ivana? Oh, listen. Is this a Dr. Phil situation?
Go ahead, please share.
And finally, look for the positive in every situation and be thankful for everything. This issue your child is going through may be expensive.
Yes.
Going from here, going abroad,
It
or
is.
whatever, buying new underwear, buying
Buying
new
new
stuff,
clothes, buying new
softeners
bags,
and all
new
these different
everything.
things. It's expensive,
Mhm.
and it may cause exhaustion, but you still have a wonderful child.
I have an amazing child, and
Okay.
like I said, she's a strength. Because honestly, she makes me push myself to be greater.
Absolutely. And then be thankful that they can function in other areas of life.
Mhm.
That challenge does not hinder them from moving forward and doing other things. All right. You were blessed to have this child, which means that you can handle it.
Yeah.
And I want you to know
Mhm.
that all will be well.
Yes.
All right. So what we're gonna do is gonna take another break. And after this break, we're gonna have the CEO of Celestial Treats, Mrs. Shakira Davis, with us so she can tell us more about her store and her grand opening. Let's take a
Awesome.
break, Tony.
Okay, she's gonna sign it.
Who's that, Shakira? I'm gonna send it I sent her the login already. I'm gonna call her right now.
Y'all got Dr. Graham?
I'm gonna call her. I tried to call Dr. Grimm. I'm wondering if she's doing it's an emergency.
Has something.
Is she in? I mean,
I can wait till Sean call her first.
I have a cell.
Yeah, call her. Okay, can you hear that?
We're live. So y'all know what's going on.
Oh, we've been talking.
That's Celestial Treats delivered for you. I used them on numerous occasions and I found them to be very effective.
So this is, I guess, a story that I can tell as one of my first experiences. I hear it all the time. I hear it for those who are listening. I hear that when talk show hosts have events or they have guests coming over, that in some cases the guests don't show up. or the guest, in her case, may have had an emergency.
Yes, agreed.
And
You tried
that's probably Shakira.
calling? You tried calling again?
I tried calling. Yes. Let me try again.
Miss Davis? Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Okay.
Shakira.
Hi.
Okay. So after this break, we're gonna log. Yeah. After this break, we're gonna bring you in. Okay.
Do I have to show my face because I'm painting?
No, you don't have to show.
Okay.
That's up to you. I wouldn't do that to you if you're painting. That's fine. So we're just those of you who are watching via Facebook, we're just improvising at the moment. I'm not certain what is going on with Dr. Prim, but I do know that whatever it is, that clearly it's an emergency or some issue that is beyond our control. As I've just spoken to her today, and she was so excited to join you all. So please bear with us, please. You ever saw that meme with the black guy of with the glasses who had the phone on his head on his ears like this, and he have his hand under his. You never see that
No.
meme? Like he waiting on someone to do something, and you all never see that meme. Yes, like he had his hand like this, and so what people were doing is taking the picture and then using saying different things about it and cracking jokes about it. This is how I am, just waiting on Dr. Because I'm like, oh my god,
What is going on?
you know? But I know that once again, I know that it's an emergency, so it's no fault of hers.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And she does come
yeah,
true.
I told you we
Mhm.
spoke today, so I know that it's some emergency.
All phone died.
Okay. I don't need the head. I don't need that. I don't need this, right?
Yep.
I do. Yeah.
After this, we could go.
Yeah. If you want, you can go now. You
Are
want
you
to
sure?
go now? Yeah.
Dr.
Because
Quinn,
I
you
just
don't
have to. I'll have to improvise.
Okay.
I mean, it's a show whether or not I'm capable of ever doing a talk show ever again in life. And guess what? That means I am part of the big boys because I've heard it. I've heard stories. I've heard stories.
Come on.
It's so loud. I can put it like this.
Okay.
Ready?
Go.
Let me tell y'all bye first. I can't just take y'all off the radio.
I know, right?
Let me tell you bye.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we can be. Go ahead, sit. We get in.
Welcome back. I have you all to know that I am improvising as much as I possibly can. But I am happy to know that I have these beautiful, beautiful women, courageous women that were on my side and talking about their experience so bravely, so courageously. And before they depart, I just want to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you. And then, of course, you've already said, the little um, suggestions and things that you would want to tell parents. And if I had already shared what she would tell um, children who may be going through the same thing that she's been through. But I just want to say I didn't want you guys to just come off live just like that without at least saying goodbye and to say thank you once again for being a part of the show.
And also, some parents, they do not like to talk on the radio or whatever,
No.
but they can call if they just want to talk one-on-one or personally to any doctors or they may be seeking or who they may turn to or who they may go to. So
Yeah.
I'm willing to leave my number.
Oh,
So yeah.
It's
Um,
that fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead.
You can contact me at 359-0901. It's not easy, so I don't mind talking one-on-one, letting you talk to the doctors that helped me with Ivana's situation and going forth. So once again, the number is 359-0901.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Look at that. You
Anytime.
see, look at God. The support. There's first-hand information. She can
Yeah.
help you through the journey. She can hold your hand and get you to where you need to go. And all is well on this side. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are healthy looking. Y'all are prosperous, and you're just
Yes,
moving on with
God
your
is
life.
good. Yep. Yes.
All right. So thank you so much. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Ivana. God bless you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, so I have with me Shakira. Are you there?
I am here.
Shakira Davis. She is the CEO of Celestial Trees. Now, Shakira, word on the street is that you woke up one morning, decided to open up a store, and bam, the store came into existence. You were courageous. There were no doubts. There were no fears. You had no challenges. The money was on point, and everyone around you supported you. You woke up like this. Is that the story? Is
Um,
that
Not quite, but we'd like to believe that it is.
so? You opening up your storefront this week. Where is it located?
We are opening on Tuesday officially to the public.
Woo!
And we are on the corner of Claridge and Raymond Roads. It's a white trim green building, and you can't miss our decals on the windows and doors.
Mhm. So how long have you been in business?
10 years. I've been doing this part-time on the side for 10 years. And I just decided it was time for a change and to venture out, from doing it from home, moving out to shop space now and, branching out, adding some more products and services.
Wow. And of course, I was joking around when I made that statement. But how easy or how challenging was it for you to start from 10 years ago to where you are now?
You know, Dawn, there's some days when it's really tough.
Shakira, you're breaking up. I tell y'all, but these internet services y'all just be using. Y'all ain't serious with me. Okay, can hear you now. Good.
I came from Bahamas. I don't know what's going on.
Listen to me. Let me put in my disclaimer
Disclaimer.
now.
I know, right? So it was quite a challenge. First of all, finding a suitable space. But once I found the space, it was a challenge getting everything sorted out.
Mhm.
Um, just dealing with getting, all my products in, everything set up and be ready to go. I'm still not 100%, but I'm going to get there eventually. I'm about 90% ready, but it's still opening on Tuesday.
Okay. So, what are some of the products and the services that you offer?
So we have snow cones, cotton candy, popcorn, which is regular butter. We have gourmet popcorn. We have a variety of flavors: caramel, kettle corn, junkanoo, toffee. We have savory flavors also: cheddar, white cheddar, garlic parmesan, ranch. So we have maybe about 20 different flavors in popcorn. We also have hot dogs, nachos, and pizza.
My stomach growling.
I know, right? And then we offer party bags, party boxes, and we'll soon have party supplies available.
Wow, that's amazing. So, I mean, because you still ain't answered me. I wanted to know what were some of the challenges, not where you are now, where you're opening up your store, but I'm referring to starting the business, the venture. What were
Um,
some of the things that you've encountered?
Challenges along the way. Sometimes I would say it's difficult to get in inventory. Sometimes you'll have periods where it's really slow. I initially started where I was working closed, and so I bought 4 machines. That's how I got started in overtime. Just kept it going. But I would say sometimes resourcing, as in like staff, having team members available, because everybody that works for me, we all work part time doing this.
Mhm.
So I found challenges there. Sometimes you have a client wants something, you don't have someone available to provide the service for a party or something. But generally, other than that, I would say I haven't had any major hiccups. I would say location might have been another challenge for me, given that I was doing it from home. So that was one of the reasons that I decided to venture into a shop space to be a little bit more accessible.
Mhm. That's wonderful. I'm. It's very unlikely, but it's good that it was not any major challenges for you because I've heard some stories. Oh my gosh, I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories about failure. I've heard some stories about not, persons not supporting. But the fact that I mean, regardless of those stories, they always come up. On top. These
Yeah,
people are their tenacity is on point. They know how it is, and being an entrepreneur, of course, that requires taking risks. It requires being
absolutely.
able to be resilient,
Yeah.
and everything. So what would you tell persons who may want to start or in the process of starting their business or just contemplating on starting a business?
I
What advice would you offer them?
I would say to go for it, of course, because I'm a person that would take risks. Um, I would advise them to weigh out the pros and the cons, and to do something that they love, that they are passionate about. You can't get into a business just for the money if you're not passionate and invested into it.
Okay.
I find that because I love what I do, the money comes,
Mm,
and it also shows in the service that you provide. So
absolutely.
I advise people to do what they love.
Passion pays you. I've
Yeah,
noticed that. I've
yeah.
noticed the passion pays you. So that, and then of course, customer service. Oh my gosh. Can we just talk about that for 2 seconds? Let's talk about sometimes the product is good,
Yeah.
sometimes the service is not. So what happens in situations where you go to a place because I'm the thing is I started using this particular company. I really don't like the service there, but my only issue is I have to continuously go to that place because I don't want to say too much because then they would say what I'm talking about, but the service is not on par at all. So I guess I'll have to look for somewhere else in the interim, but I needed to go to this place because this place has my logo. That's the most I could say out of that. But
Okay.
it's just terrible, terrible. There are other stores like yours. I've never heard any complaints. I follow you. I follow you on Facebook. Every time when somebody asks for something with popcorn or some party supply or some party something, Celestial Treats is like, I mean, it's where people don't know how to read above them and see that there are other people who already said Celestial Treats, but it goes Celestial Treats, Celestial Treats, Celestial Treats, and so clearly your service is on par. Clearly you're doing something right because persons are coming to you. People are talking about you. People are just saying, hey, let me go ahead and use the services, or I'm telling you, go ahead and use the service of Celestial Treats. Do you have do you have what's the term I want to use? You do training. Do you do
Yeah,
training for
I
your
do
staff?
train. I do. I'm a stickler. And my staff can tell you I'm a stickler about stuff. I always say to them, there are other companies that provide the same product. What is going to set us apart is our customer service.
Right.
And so I expect certain things. There are some customers that no matter what you do, you're not going to please them. But
Obviously.
I always say to them that when a customer walks in, you greet them. How can I help you? How can there are certain things, just as if we went into a store, we expect a certain level of service. I always
Absolutely.
tell them that same level of service that you expect to get when you go somewhere else, I expect you to give that to my client. My client is paying for a service or a product, and I expect that from my staff that is what's given. Not that things won't happen, and there are times that we may fall short for whatever reason,
Yes.
but that is a matter that I'm going to address with the client. If for whatever reason we were late, we didn't do something right, then I would like the client to allow us to fix that.
Someone
When
on Facebook said that you're extremely professional. So you
Thank you.
must you doing something right.
I,
You're
I try.
doing
I
something right.
try. I try, but part of it is the training. Part of it is the team training.
That's
And I'm
important.
constantly like checking stuff, making sure like if something goes out, I'm looking and say, I don't like how this look. Let's do that over. So I'm
So the
constantly on top
presentation
of
is
it.
on point. Everything is on point.
I try to keep it, yeah, and keep my standard.
So I think one of the things that I was telling on the libraries that I read, I said that parents don't have to worry about planning the party per se. All right,
Right.
they can just call you.
Yes.
Tell me from start to finish, how would you make that party possible and
So
a successful one?
in terms of what we do for our setup and our products that we provide, the parent only has to give us the date, the time, and we have different packages. So once they've selected a package, and given us the date, time, and location, how many persons that we're serving, we come and we set up. So we bring everything for our products. The parent doesn't have to do any work. Our staff will stay, set up, serve, and break down. We carry all of our garbage behind us, and they don't have any work as far as our part of the party is concerned.
Wow.
We could also network with other people in the party
The
business.
party, yeah.
Yeah, need like tables, chairs, tents, bouncing castles, those kind of products that we don't currently provide. We can actually liaise with them and get all of that set up for them.
I noticed that. Like I said, I follow you, and I noticed that you do that. And that is quite commendable.
Yeah.
You would forward or share some other person's business, anything pertaining
Yes.
to the party, and you share it on your page.
Yes.
And that is, most people don't even do that. Most people be like, do it you on your own. Let me go try see if I can get my followers, get my people. But you do that. I love that about you, Shakira.
Well, there's networking. And
Yeah.
I believe that networking and building relationships works. There are times when I might be full and I'm not able to take a client. Why would I just say no? When I have a colleague in the business and I can say, you know what, I'm not available, but I can refer you to somebody else. And vice versa, there are times when other people aren't available in the same business and they can refer a client to me. The old people say, hand, come, hand, go.
Hand come, hand go. That's
Yeah.
right. I
So
love that.
I live by that. And I find that that's worked. The networking aspect of it has worked for me.
Is there anything else that you would like to share to our audience that I haven't asked?
Um, come and check us out next week when we open.
Please.
Please.
No, but yeah. So once again, say where you're located, and then you can also share your phone contacts and your what else? Instagram, Facebook, all those other platforms that you may have. Share that as well.
So we are on Claridge Road, Claridge and Raymond Road, which is the shortcut corner that takes you to the mall, almost like opposite Kruger Plastics and the old Island Seafood building. We are in a white building, green trim. Can't miss our window decals and door decals. And our telephone numbers in the shop is 605-9899, or WhatsApp is 395-9899. And of course, we're on Instagram and Facebook. Celestial Treats and Eats is our official page. Like if you do facebook.com, Celestial Treats and Eats, and the same thing for Instagram, Celestial Treats and Eats. And our email is celestialtreats@hotmail.
All right. Thank you so much, Shakira. Thank you so much for being a part of Your Lane talk show as a sponsor. Thank you for just your service. And because I've used you, as I've mentioned, I've used you before, and quite professional, quite
Thank you.
professional.
Thank
And I know that your business will continue to succeed. I know that there's greater in store for you, even because of your attitude, your persona, and everything about your professionalism. There's much more in store for you. So God bless you. Thank you so much, and take care. And
Thank
well
you so
wishes
much,
for your grand opening.
Yes. Thank
All
you
right.
so much
Bye
for having me.
bye.
All
Okay.
right.
Let's take a break. We'll be back.
I was saying is, you can just drop it up.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Y'all who are tuning into Facebook, I do apologize. I'm actually going to make an apology when we get back on air, and we're just going to wrap up. I'm a part of the big boys now. I can say
You got a no-show?
I had a no-show. You know,
Must have been- she must have had-
I know it's an emergency. We had a big conversation today.
Yeah.
I know.
And you can't reach it, that's the thing.
No, I'm unable to. We had an awesome girl. She's so pleasant. She's a wonderful person, wonderful doctor. Okay, I'm officially a part of the big boys. And all in the Hasha block and all of that person who was telling me all of this. You know, they was telling me, Trishan, be prepared for no shows. Anything is possible. You know. Y'all can put the picture on the wall now. I reach. Yeah. That's good though. That's good.
You know what? What you do is record a session.
That's a good idea. And then just, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's an excellent idea.
Look no further. The popular designer brand Uniso is now open at the North Garden. With everything in store from cosmetics, stationery, toys, kitchenware, and so much more. Stop into the North Marathon for all your household items.
That's in the show, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna keep your perfume fresh, I can tell you what you need. There's nothing like that cool off freshman taste from Listerine. And keeps your mouth clean. It still won't work the same. It's so clean. Yeah, it keeps your mouth so fresh, so clean. It's so clean. It's only 30 seconds of cleansing. Listerine. Twice a day is all you need. That's just Listerine.
You're listening to Your Lane with Coach Trish Hanna.
Welcome back. So today's show is brought to you by Listerine, distributed by Lowe's Wholesale, Airborne Freight and Cargo Services, Calico Bay, Where the Cool Kids Shop, Celestial Treats, John Shoe Store and Accessories, National Workers Cooperative Credit Union, Family Medicine Center, Miniso Bahamas, and of course our Club 10 Summer Camp program. All right, so what's going to happen is what my wonderful producer suggested is that I record a show with Dr. Krim whenever we have an opportunity. Sometime, hopefully tomorrow, we can do that. We'll record the show and then we'll post it on our page. I want you to know, as I was telling my Facebook audience, that I'm now with the big boys. I am with the big boys. I can hang because a part of it, as I was told, is having to improvise and knowing how to improvise when a guest may not be able to show up for whatever reason. And her being the professional that she is, in her position, then I know that it was an emergency. And so, Dr. Krim will be reaching out to you tomorrow, God's willing, so that we can still record you, still have our questions asked by those who asked me in advance to ask you, and then post it on your Lane Talk Show. So, we are wrapping up. Like I said, today was the final day for our parenting topic. And then next week, because we know that June is synonymous with fathers, not just crabs. All right. So we're going to be we're going to have very interesting topics in the month of subtopics, rather, in the month of June. And our first subtopic is going to be the life of a pastor's kid. Okay. I am already predicting 80% laughter. I'm telling you, these ladies, these guests who I have that will be showing up are hilarious. All right. They're going to share from the different issues that they've had as, children, what they were expected to do, what their fathers expected them to do and not expect them to do. Some of the embarrassment they may have had, when we go to church and we hear the pastors talk about their children. Well, this person came home 2:00 last night. All your businesses come out. Yes, they'll be talking about that. And I'm excited. I'm very much excited to share with you, or allow them to share with us the experiences that they've been going through as their fathers are, up to this very day, figures and wonderful persons in our society. And I will share those, of course, when the flyer comes out this week. So I want to thank you once again to my listeners, those who are listening via cable, those who are listening via Facebook, and of course on Star 106 FM dial. I want to thank my wonderful producer who's allowed us to go through an entire month. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much, Tony Williams. You've been a blessing. Thank you so much for keeping it on point and fit and ready. Always here. He's here before me, making sure everything's set up and good to go. Extremely professional and extremely funny. Thank you so much, Tony. And to my faithful audience, of course, to Ivana once again, and to Crystal once again, thank you so much for showing up and just being courageous, the courageous ladies that you are. So God bless you, everyone, and hope to see you next week as we discuss fathers. Enjoy your week. Happy Sunday.